Hello everyone, this is Dr. Live with New Insight, and thank you so much for joining me in another video. The title of today's video is Do It Anyway. We will be discussing feelings. Let's get right into the discussion. Feelings are important and valid. Feelings should be acknowledged and validated. Feelings should be processed and expressed appropriately. Our feelings are emotional responses to triggers. When we feel a certain way, it's because we're human and the empathy aspect of us has been activated. Feelings are also an automatic response to nervous system activation. Feelings also reflect our wants, needs, desires, and preferences. It is important to note that feelings are never right or wrong. How you feel is how you feel. So no one should tell you not to feel a certain way. And some people mean well by saying this, so it's not always malicious. For example, someone might say, please don't feel that way, because they care and they're trying to console you. However, others may say don't feel that way because they're being invalidating and dismissive. So of course we see that context matters. But feelings aren't right or wrong. However, thoughts and behaviors can be right or wrong, appropriate or inappropriate. However, feelings should not be the driver of our decision making. Feelings are not always based on fact. And feelings can even be based on faulty thinking, such as irrational or catastrophic thinking, making assumptions, jumping to a negative conclusion, and other thought traps and faulty beliefs. I also want to add that feelings are different from intuition because many people say trust your intuition, and my previous video discussed the importance of trusting your intuition. Intuition is based on logic, wisdom, and discernment, and feelings aren't always based on this. Again, feelings can be based on faulty thinking, irrational thinking, thought traps, and so on. So it's important to understand that just because you feel a way doesn't mean the feeling should cause you to act a certain way or even act at all, depending on the situation. So here are some made up examples. I may feel like I want to curse at my boss or coworker. Doesn't mean that I should. Example, I may feel like I'm fine. I don't need to take my medicine. However, that doesn't mean that that would be a wise decision and could even get you in the habit of being non-compliant, worsening your symptoms or condition. Example, I may feel like I don't want to leave a toxic relationship. Doesn't mean that you should stay. Example, I may feel like I will fail if I try. I'm too worried about the future. Doesn't mean you should stay stuck in fear or never try at all, or that even if you do try and you don't get the outcome you expected, that you should give up. So one important lesson to learn with feelings is that people have a right to feel how they feel. Even if their expression of their feelings makes you uncomfortable, it makes you feel a way, even if you don't understand their feelings or agree with their feelings, you still don't have the right to tell or expect someone not to have their feelings. So you must be willing to own what you've said or done and work through you feeling a way about it, because it's wrong to treat someone indifferent or to be angry, dismissive, and invalidating of someone's feelings just because you're uncomfortable with them or you don't like it or agree with their feelings. Another important lesson related to feelings is we have to learn to do things anyway, despite our feelings. And this will help with so many problems and issues in our lives. For example, with avoidance and procrastination. There are times when you just need to press the low volume or mute button on the emotions, on the feelings. Doesn't mean to ignore them or minimize or dismiss them or invalidate them. It just means don't give in to them. Don't allow them to govern or direct your actions and decision making. Let's look at two quick examples I made up. So, an example, let's just say I had a bad experience on a job, so I feel incompetent. I might have imposter syndrome. I have anxiety. I just don't feel confident. However, I can't allow these feelings to cause me to not apply for jobs or work. Another example, let's just say I hate getting popped by cooking oil when I fry foods. So even though those are my feelings, I feel uncomfortable. I hate getting popped by the cooking oil. I'm not going to then let this stop me from cooking. So I might need another cooking strategy. Perhaps I fry less foods, or I fry differently. Or maybe I may decide to stop eating fried foods, but I don't stop cooking altogether. So we all have choices, even if they are choices you don't like entertaining. Perhaps you feel like neither option is ideal. You feel stuck between a rock and a hard place, as the saying goes. Yet remember, they are still choices, and you still have the freedom to choose. And also understand that with each choice, there will be consequences, either way, good or bad, favorable or unfavorable. But this is life. And those who deny this or try to find a way around the consequences are only creating their own stress and self-defeat. So remember, always acknowledge, process, communicate, and validate feelings. However, don't allow feelings to drive your car, meaning you, your actions, your decision makings. There are times when we have to put feelings aside and make a decision that goes against what we feel because it's the right thing to do or the best thing to do for our well-being, safety, and security. So I hope this helps. Please leave your questions and comments down below, and we will talk soon.